Is that fresh batteries? No.
Fresh batteries. You know this is going in our next video, don't you?
Yeah, I don't care.
Everyone, this is Brandon.
Hello.
He's our nephew and he's our biggest fan. He watches all of our videos immediately as soon as they come out, and he's going to help me today. What are we going to do, Brandon?
We're sticking stickers on the outside of the van.
You're going to show everyone the stickers that we're going to stick on. One at a time.
Excuse me, sir, but I'm afraid someone is endeavouring to contact.
Go on then, what's the first one?
It's in the moons.
It's the Moons. Is it?
Yeah, I don't know who that's from.
Oh, well, they're another van lifer family that we know that travel, and they're called It's the Moons. That's the name of their Instagram, so you can follow them on Instagram. And the next one?
Van Life Morocco.
Van Life Morocco. So this is Jeff's group, and I help out in there as well with the dog information and the pet travel. So if you're ever planning a trip to Morocco, you should definitely join this group. And what's the next one?
The two nomad vegans.
So these are our friends Dex and Tracy, who have the coolest camper ever. You can kind of see a little picture of it here, which is all painted up and things, and we meet up with them quite often as well. And they've also sent me some mushroom stickers and things that I'll be using elsewhere. Are we going to stick them all on the outside of the van then?
Yeah.
Yeah, grab them then.
I got the stickers.
Is that good? Does that show the cupboard? There you go. So we can't get the backing off this one, can we? Let's have another go then.
These ones are easy to get because you've got some backing you can get at. Do you reckon you have a picture of them?
There you go. This one first. Make sure it's flat and straight. Where's it going then? Carefully. That's it. Brilliant. So that's one of them on. That's Van Life Morocco. And then what's the next one?
It's the Moons.
It's the Moons. Let's stick them on then. Thanks guys for posting that to us.
Wait, is that their actual last name?
Yeah, that's their Instagram page. There, It's the Moons. And then what's the next one?
The two nomad vegans.
The two nomad vegans. Where's that one going?
Oh. I peeled off the wrong part of the backing.
That's okay. There you go. Where's that one going? I'm going to stick it up there. There you go. Press them all down then.
Couple random bits of paper.
Yeah, we'll throw those in the bin now. And there you go, that's us started. So here, It's the Moons, Van Life Morocco, and those two nomad vegans. Thanks to everyone who sent us stickers. If you see us on the road, please do give us a sticker so we can fill this back up again, because it's all empty at the moment. Did you enjoy being a guest star on our show?
Yeah, it's been quite fun.
There we go. Now when Brandon watches our YouTube videos, he can watch himself.
Yay!
Say hi to Brandon in the comments. I'm sure he'll really appreciate it. Well, that's some stickers added. We've got some more mushroom stickers as well. I've gone here. Brandon's flitted off again. He's a bit of a social butterfly. He's just flitted all the way back again. But anyway, that's got us started. Let's get on with this week's video.
Good afternoon. If you've been following our Reno series, you'll know that I have finished all the woodwork. Kath's halfway through the upholstery. It's now time for me to start on the rust. There's not a huge amount of rust on the van, despite it being a Sprinter. Most of what I've found is purely cosmetic. I did make a start last week, but yeah, it turned into a job that took longer than I'd hoped. I'll insert some footage now and you'll be able to see what I started, and then I will show you what it looks like now. It's been filled.
It's been filled?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Started sanding away and it's filler just falling out.
That's not good, love.
Rust behind it. It looks like it's just been dented rather than damaged, like proper.
Okay.
I'm going to have to take the filler off completely to get to the rust. I mean, at the moment the metalwork looks alright, but it's had a dent. I mean, the whole all the way along here looks out of shape.
Yeah.
That's probably why, because it's been somebody's tarted it up for sale probably. Yeah. A bigger job than first thought, as usual.
Are you going to be able to do it still with the Dremel and stuff, do you think?
Yeah. Well, as long as it doesn't get any worse than it is, then yeah. I mean, it's just, they always get dented along here. I've never seen a van that hasn't been dented along here, but somebody's obviously filled it at some point to make it look nice for sale.
Can I just say that we haven't dented the van? But you're right, I see other people's vans and the sides are always stoved in.
Yeah. But yeah. So, I mean, it could be a massive job, but it's got to be done. Otherwise,
well, yeah, because it's structural, the sill is.
I'd rather know than have to wait till it's completely rotten and falls apart.
Yeah.
So I'd rather deal with it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in case you didn't realise, Stu started on the rust patches. He's got his little Dremel down there, and we're just trying to gouge out a bit of the rust and just treat it really so it doesn't get any worse. Obviously the sills and things like that and the wheel arches, you know, they're all important stuff for the MOT. We've done out all the inside of the van. We've done so much work on the van with the new prop shaft, new injectors and stuff like that, and we just want to make sure that we don't end up tripped up by something small. So we're just going to treat this surface first before it gets any worse. The health and safety police have arrived and they've bullied Stu into wearing a mask.
Yeah, well the problem being is it's a previous repair and there's a lot of filler on there, so as I'm sanding and grinding away it's very, very dusty, so better to be safe than sorry.
You said all that without moving your lips.
I know, it's good, isn't it? I'm going to whisper something now. Yeah, see? Just you remember that. What started out as just a little tester, just to see, you know, took a little tiny rust patch away. Yeah, the rust patch grew, and then it hit filler, and the filler grew, and it was probably about 5 or 6 mil thick in places. So I've sanded most of it back. I'm not by any stretch finished, but as I said, taking a break for now because everything is covered in dust, including me. And Kath needs the plug. So this is how it's looking at the moment. Obviously had some damage at some point. I guess the people that sold it to me filled it and painted it, but I don't think they treated the rust before they did it, which is, I'd rather have had it dented than rust hidden, but there you go. So yeah, this is what it looks like now. See, there's your first dent. But we're back to shiny metal for the most part. Still a long way to go. But yeah, all the way along here, and there was another nasty patch here. I might have to get the grinding stone out for because the sandpaper's not really doing it. This bit in here is going to be problematic because it's narrow and indented, and the little sanding things are too big. So again, that might be a grinding stone. And then this was all filled, and I think we're just about back to clean metal here. So yeah, quite a long stretch. And there we go, that's all the little sanding wheels I've used so far. But being that it's such a big section, that'll actually make it easier to prime and paint. I won't be doing little sections. So yeah, it was only going to be a little tester just to see what I'm up to, but yeah, it's turned into one of those jobs that you wish you hadn't started. But I'd rather get it sorted now before it eats through the sill completely and we need welding, because at the moment it's only surface rust that I can see. There's nothing that's given me any cause for major concern. But yeah, it's going to be another long job. Anyway. There you go, as you can see, paint's off and it is just a little bit of surface rust. I've swapped from the sandpaper roll to a little grinding stone just to take it back to base metal, and then I will treat it, move on to the next ones, and eventually I will fill it, maybe prime it and paint it. There we go, that's down to the bare metal. So I will put a bit of rust eater on it just in case, and then move on to some of the other sections. This is not a how-to because I am learning as I go, but what I will warn you is if you are going to get a grinding stone out, don't go too heavy because the last thing you want to do is go through the metal. So the little bit around the wheel arch was always going to be the problem. I could see right from the outset that it was going to be worse than the rest. The rest seemed to have come up quite nicely. This one more to do with the fact that it's a seam and it goes in and I can't get the grinder in. It's causing a bit of a problem, but I'm going to do my best. But as I'm sure you'll have guessed by now, I'm not a professional and I'm not looking for a professional finish. All I'm trying to do is prevent the rust from spreading. If we get another couple of years out before we have to look at getting things chopped out and welded, happy days. But at the moment, I just want to prevent it from getting any worse. So, right, the Dremel should have cooled down enough. Let's get back to it. Well, I think that's about as good as it's going to get with the grinding. So I've managed to get in most of the crevices at the front, but the grinding wheel is just a little bit too big, so there's a little bit there I'll just have to treat and keep my fingers crossed. As for the other bits, I'm not going to bother filling them. I'm just going to flat the paint down and then prime it and see what it looks like. There we go, quick little bit of masking tape because I am a messy bugger. I've already got it all over the rubber on this door, so we'll try and keep the overspray to a minimum. But, here goes nothing. Just put a bit of wood on the floor because if I get primer or paint on my dad's driveway, I am going to be in the mire. So, Dad, I'm taking all precautions. Well, that's a few coats of primer on. Now I've just got to let it dry for 4 to 6 hours before I can paint it. And we have showers forecast for tonight, so I'm hoping that they stay away long enough for me to get the paint on it, at least the first coat anyway. And then we'll just have to see what tomorrow brings. Good morning, we're back at it again, and I am very much in between showers. If you look, that has just skirted round us. It'll probably rain because I've just put the washing on the line at my parents' house, but I have managed to get out. I did get a couple of coats on it last night before the rains came, and this morning I've just put a bit of lacquer on it. I'm hoping to get a couple of coats on before one of these showers finally hits us. So I just thought I'd give you a quick update and show you what it looks like now. And there we have it, masking tape taken off. I am quite pleased with that, despite the fact that I now have a white tyre. Didn't think to mask that off, but yeah, these rain clouds are looking a little bit promising at the moment. So I'm going to call it for the day, and I will see you again when the weather improves.
So we're back in Wales because it's raining. Oh, that's a nice van.
There's their show van. Hopefully they'll let us have a look around it. But
lovely that.
for now. Let's find some of the parts.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep.
Strong wheelbase problems.
Right, let's go and get the cushion out. It is something that we could have done ourselves. Kath's pretty good with a sewing machine, but
Don't know about that.
but by no stretch is she as good as Nick, and that's what he does for a living. So he very kindly made the cushion, so it seems only fair that he makes it a little bit shorter for us rather than us to bodge it. Right, I've just been in to see if they're okay with me bringing the cushion straight in, and they are. So coming to get it. Oh, where's the dog? Oh, there she is. Mama left you in the front, did she? Oh, you're a good girl. Right, I've measured the cushion, so I know what dimensions I need. Now it's just to take it in, give it to Nick, and have him chop it up and re-sew it. Well, I've lost him. Right, I found him. I've given him the dimensions. Now he's going to take the cover off and cut the foam. Apparently he's got a much better tool than my bread knife.
It's a beast. If you want to lose any weight off your fingers, it's what you need.
There's one thing I've noticed bringing the cushion into somewhere with good light is how bloody dirty it is. It is washable, isn't it, Nick?
Yeah.
It is washable. We made it out of washable fabric for me, so that might be a job for the next few days, is to get it washed. Right, let's go and see if it fits the van. Oh, and it's still bloody raining.
Yeah, it's supposed to clear up later.
Ooh. Yeah, it's too short, Nick.
Well, I'm not putting it back on, that's for sure.
Oh, look at that. Perfect.
Hello.
Happy days.
Hello.
Oh, this is the first time Nick's seen the renovated van as well, so I'll give him a guided tour.
So you have to,
Tricky as how?
yeah, you have to sew the zip together first.
Yeah.
Then sew it on, the one bit is sewn together, then you have to sort of split the zip, put one on the net and one on, you sew that on there and then sort of fold it all back and
It took me a whole day to work out how to put a flap over the zip so you couldn't see the zip from the inside of the van. Yeah, that's definitely beyond me, but that's so clever. So I'm hoping now that I can make a fly screen to go over the top. That webbing you got down there, if I was this stuff, if I was to make a fly screen...
I think perhaps we should have come here first so Kath could have learnt what she's doing.
Would you use that for like the webbing on the edge of a fly
I think she's
screen?
quite in awe of Nick's skills, to be honest. But if you want a fly screen or a thermal screen for the back of your van, check out these people.
I mean, that's amazing because you've got the thermal screen and the fly screen
Yeah.
built into it with the double zip. I had enough trouble sewing in one zip.
Well, that is one job done. I am ever so grateful to Nick and Ed at Voyage Adventure Vans. They even gave Kath some sewing lessons, which I feel is a few weeks too late, but it's quite amazing to see how much skill is involved in making all these blinds and curtains and stuff for the vans. I mean, I know Kath made it look easy. But yeah, when you see the amount of time and effort that goes into these things, you realise why, when you look at them online, they are quite so much money. Yeah, just the sheer amount of man hours that go into it, it's absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, we're incredibly grateful. We now have a cushion that fits, and we have a spare bit of cushion for Kath to make a matching cushion cover to go with our thermal blind at the back. And I even have a little bit of foam left over to make my footrests. Yes, that is Kath rolling her eyes in the background. What are you pointing at, girl? Oh. I thought she was pointing at a speed camera. Anyway, that's one job done, and we are off back to Southampton. Got a few more commitments over there in the next couple of days, and then it's on to a little bit more van renovation. I still have some more rust to sort out, and as I said, Kath still has some more upholstery to do, so stick with us, there's more to come.
Fair play, those thermal blinds are amazing, and Nick's just shown me now how I really should have sewn the zip in, and how it would have just been a nicer finish. I mean, I'm okay with what I did. It was like a homemade project and things like that, but you know what, it takes him half a day to make these things. Like, they are so much work. I can absolutely see why they cost as much as they do. We were just looking now because we've been talking about getting fly screens for this door, and then again for the back door for when we were abroad. When we went to the Sahara in particular, the flies were a bit of a problem, and we used a bit of oil and just tucked it into the seam all the way around. But it's a pain in the bum when you're coming in and out of the van and things. But we were just looking at one of the fly screens they've done, and oh wow, they are amazing. They're so professional. But like we were saying to them now, like, they're absolutely gorgeous. And he was saying that the problem is it's so much work and hours work. You can't kind of put them out for less than £200 or £300. And of course, everybody's like, well, you got those for 15 quid off Temu, but we've just been looking at the Temu ones, and I've got no idea how you're supposed to make that fit in the van. So I guess you do get what you pay for, and if you want something perfectly fit and you want something that's easy to get in and out of, that you're not having to detach all the time and mess around with, then you have to pay for it. So yeah, their fly screens are absolutely amazing. I was talking about making one, but now that I've looked at theirs, I'm like, oh, I don't know, that just looks really, really complicated. So anyway, hold that thought.
Hello and welcome to another day. It's another warm one, so Kath's sat next to me working on the laptop, wrapped up in a blanket.
I know, but I've got the back door open, the side door open, so there's a draft. I don't want to be warm, I want to be cold and warmed by a blanket. You understand, don't you? They understand, they know.
Anyway, today is a job of finishing off bits. We've done lots and lots of bits, but there are still lots and lots of little fiddly bits that need doing. First of which is something I'm not looking forward to. The cover that goes over the top of the curtains that Kath very professionally made needs to come down, because I ripped all the carpet off to put some wiring in the back of it, and I've just realised that I've put the cupboards in the way of the screws, so getting it off the wall is going to be a problem. But hey, well, there's a will, there's a way. Just there is the screw that I need to get to, which is tucked away up in the corner just at the back there, and I'm never going to get a screwdriver in there. I might have a little stubby one I may be able to get in, but if not, I think I might have to cut it out or just rip the wood out. Yeah. And whilst ripping it out might seem a bit extreme, I do want to replace it, because I built that out of scrap, as I did a lot of the van, and it's 3 sections. So if I can get it down reasonably in one piece, I've got enough wood now that I can cut out a single piece, which Kath's going to upholster in the dark green, which matches the curtain. If you're working in tight spaces, I highly recommend one of these little snakes. Ooh.
You didn't know that.
The dog's not happy with the drill, but yeah, great for getting around bends. It's only about 50p on Temu. That's one out.
Oh, you well done, darling.
I still haven't got the corners, but I've got the...
Well, yeah, but if you could get the whole piece out in one piece, we could just recover the piece that's there, and then when you're not having to worry about making another piece.
I don't think I will.
Oh. Yeah, you can do it. I believe in you, darling.
Got it! And I didn't need to break anything. Now I've just got to do the other side. Done. Oh, result. Now I can use those 3 bits to cut out a new bit, and Kath can upholster it. And then I'm just going to work out how to stick it back up.
Well, we stapled one side of the fabric, but the staples go right through because it's only a thin piece of pelmet rail. So we stapled them in, and then Stu's hammered them flat on the other side, and now it's just a case of how we're going to do the bottom.
Yeah, I think we're going to try super glue, because that's what I started out before I put the staples in here, and it held quite well, to be fair. So a bit of super glue to hold the fabric tight. And then once it's all over there, we'll use the batten to go over the join, and then you can't see any joins of the fabric. We've just got the batten going over the back, and if we're that bothered, we could paint the fabric or the batten.
Yeah, that works. You won't be able to see that anyway, because that'll be the back.
At the back with all the wiring anyway. So.
Perfect.
And there we have it. It's up. Just took a little bit of jiggery pokery. I trimmed off a little bit of wood here because I've got the batten on the back of this. It made it a little bit thicker so it wouldn't slot up where it did when I first measured up. But it's up there now, not too many gaps that you can see.
Looks good.
And I can take it off when I like because it's only on with Velcro. Yeah, happy with that. Now all I'll do is put the wires back up and out the way, reconnect the light switch, and happy days, we're good to go. I'll show you what it looks like with the curtain up in a bit.
And there you go. So there's the blind back in place, and then as you can see, here's this bit. I've just put the light on it there as well, which is exactly the same fabric, exactly the same pattern, but in the opposite colour. And yeah, that central bit isn't quite perfect, but that'll do. I'm happy with that. And as you can see, this is what we meant by that being a great practice piece for this fabric and using it for upholstering boards, because you really can't see it that well anyway, but it does make a huge difference. Very pleased with that. Thank you, darling.
You're welcome. It's not quite as straight as Kath's sewing, but you know, can't win them all. You can't see it from here anyway.
No, that's the thing. You can see so little of it anyway. That yeah.
It looks a lot neater than it did, rather than having that horrible four-way stretch carpet hanging off of it, where I drilled a hole through it and stretched it all out of kilter. At least it all looks nice and neat and tidy now.
Yep.
Yeah, quite happy with that.
and it was a good practice run because we're hoping to do the door cards and things in this fabric as well to replace the 4-way stretch. So it was a good little run to see just how it clings to the fabric and how it's going to work. And now we know we need better staples, although Stu's muttering something about spray glue, so I think we might buy both and see how we go. Wish us luck, eh? I suspect that one will be in the next video.